The movie starts and we see the police. They are chasing someone. Then, a man appears. The man is named David Allen Griffin. David is a serial killer. After this, the police stand before a door, ready to capture David. The scene then cuts away. Next, another man comes into view. This man's name is Joel Campbell. Joy works as a detective. And Joy's friend, Polly, is recording his voice. Polly is a doctor. Joy then explains that the serial killer, David, never waits for anybody. We need to be cautious now and figure out a solution. Polly asks what about the murders he is committing. Joy replies that David is aware of everything. He knows every move the police make. He arrives completely prepared for his crimes. He never leaves any clues or evidence behind. After he takes a picture of a girl, he will spend weeks learning all about her. He gathers details on her every single action. When she arrives home and when she goes out. He studies how secure a lone woman is in her house late at night. Then, as soon as morning comes, he vanishes somewhere. And one day, he sets out with full readiness. He gets all the things he requires. He is extremely smart. He then enters her home. On that night, the woman is coming back from an exhausting business trip. And in this situation, the woman is forced to hear everything he says. Feeling completely helpless, filled with terror, and in great pain, Polly then says, "Tell me another thing." Joy replies, "Our time is up." Then Joy departs from that place and goes to his apartment to get some rest. Suddenly, Joy thinks of his girlfriend Lisa, and he gets up and leaves his apartment. Someone is now watching Joy very closely. Joy eats something and then returns to his apartment building. The police have cordoned off the entire building. This is because a woman has been killed there. Detective Mackey informs Joy that a murder has happened inside. "You are not allowed to go in." Joy says that he is going to his home. "I live on an upper floor." Mackey gives Joy his business card and says, "If you find out anything about this murder, you must definitely let me know." And Joy goes away from there. The very next day, Joy discovers some letters inside his apartment. He calls Detective Mackey, but Mackey is very busy at the moment. So Joy ends the phone call. After that, Joy goes to Mackey's office to see him, and Joy hands all of those letters over to Mackey. Inside the letters are photographs of the women, who David is planning to murder next. Then Mackey says, "This is the case of that same serial killer, who we have been searching for a long time. It is very strange that he sends you the picture of the woman he is going to kill. I cannot understand any of it." Then Joy says, "Before, I spent 3 years researching a serial killer named David Allen Griffin. He also used to kill women in this exact same manner." But Mackey says, "What is he doing here in Chicago?" Joy says, "It appears he is changing cities to continue his killing spree." Mackey asks, "Have you ever seen this killer?" Joy says, "I have never seen his face." And he leaves from there. Meanwhile, we see David at a photo studio. There, David is taking pictures of Ellie, and says, "I will have this photograph developed right here." Then Ellie strikes many different poses. Then we see Joy at the Chicago PD chief's office. There, Abby speaks to Joy. "The chief of Chicago has instructed me to get some details from you about that serial killer. In exchange for your help, we will offer you a job." Joy says, "I do not want to have a job." Abby says, "You were fired from the police force due to your mental health issues. Now you are being given another chance. So you are avoiding your responsibility." Joy says, "I am not feeling very well, so I am unable to concentrate on work." He says he's sorry. He then goes to his girlfriend Lisa's grave from there. Someone is still keeping a close watch on Joy. Then Joy leaves that place and returns to his apartment. And Joy is sound asleep. Then Joy receives a phone call from David. David says, "Why did you decide to come here? You hardly ever leave your apartment now. You have become extremely lazy. I did not expect this behavior from you. But there are many beautiful girls here." Joy says, "So you have begun your disgusting games here too. But you will not be able to get away with it for long. I will not allow you to succeed in your plans. Remember that." David says, "It is not that easy to catch me. but I will give you a lot of help. I will send you pictures of them. And to save them, I will also give you 1 day's time. Tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, the photos will be delivered to you. And he hangs up the phone. Then the next day, Joy takes all of the photos. He goes to see Abby. And upon arriving there, Joy says to Abby, I met with him half an hour ago, and says, I will take on and solve this case. After that, Joy gives the pictures to the department there. He says to look for some clues. Then Abby announces in front of the reporters, the FBI and the Chicago Police Department are currently searching for Ellie. If we can get assistance from the press, it will be very helpful. Then, on the TV and in flyers, they show Ellie's photograph and state that Ellie's life is in danger. After that, they ask a great number of people about Ellie, but they get no information at all. Then Joy and the whole team arrive at the shopping mall, where Ellie is employed. By that time, Ellie has already departed from there for her own home, and Joy finds that photo studio. He goes inside and asks about Ellie, and the other girl there gives him Ellie's phone number. Then Ellie is sitting at home, relaxing and fresh. Then inside Ellie's house, David quietly enters, and as soon as it turns 9 o'clock, David comes up from behind her, and he murders Ellie. Then Joy calls Ellie's phone number, and David is the one who answers. Joy says, I would like to speak with Ellie. I am Ellie's supervisor. Then David tells Joy, Ellie does not wish to speak with you, and says to Joy, I can recognize your voice, and he hangs up the telephone. After that, Joy arrives at Ellie's house, and he discovers that Ellie is dead. Then the following day, Joy is on his way to Dr. Polly's clinic, and David gets in the lift with Joy. He notices where Joy is headed, and Joy gets to Dr. Polly's clinic. David sees this, and then he leaves, because, friends, Joy has never actually seen David's face. Then Joy says to Dr. Polly, you were right, I have gone back to the office. Dr. Polly asks, how does it feel to be working again? Joy says, I feel very good. I am in charge of that murderer's case. Dr. Polly says that the murderer followed you to Chicago. Aren't you afraid? Joy responds, I do not think I am afraid of him. He has been a consistent part of my life for many years. He is a very important part of my life. Then Joy's phone begins to ring. The caller is Abby, and Abby requests that Joy come to the office. Joy goes straight to the office, and he sees David has sent a photograph of another girl. That girl's name is Jessica. Later, on the television news, they show the photo of Jessica, and the report says, the entirety of Chicago has been put on alert, and it says, the serial killer has been located. The serial killer's next target is Jessica. Then Jessica's mother, seeing this on TV, immediately calls the police, and she says, this is my daughter. Then Joy and a few officers go directly to Jessica's mother's house, and Jessica's mother tells them, Jessica only called 3 times, and she used to speak nonsense. She has a boyfriend in Chicago, and she worked at a coffee shop. Then Joy calls up Abby and tells her, Jessica works inside a coffee shop. Abby replies, I have checked many places, but no girl with the name Jessica is working there. Then Jessica is talking with her friend, and her friend says, I really have to go now. Then her friend leaves from there, and Jessica is sleeping in that spot. Then David arrives there. On the other side, all the police officers are questioning all the people they see. Then Joy asks a girl about Jessica, and that girl is Jessica's friend, and she runs away from that place. Then Joy catches up to that girl and asks her about Jessica. Tell me about your friend. She is going to be killed in an hour. Then that girl takes Joy and leads him to Jessica's home, but Jessica has run away from there and is hiding in one spot. Then David locates Jessica, and he kills her, and he runs away from there. Then Joy arrives there and chases after David. Then David crosses over the terrace and gets inside his car, and he drives away from there. Then Joy also chases after David, and he follows his car. Then the police also chase after David, but David stops his car at the petrol pump, and there is much petrol. Then he throws down the lighter, and he sets it ablaze, and a very big blast occurs. Then David takes the car, and he goes to Dr. Polly's clinic, and he takes Joy's recording tape, and he sits in his car, and he listens to it. Then another package for Joy comes to the office, and there is a picture of Lisa in the package. Then we see Joy in the hospital. Joy falls into a lot of depression, because Joy could not save them. That is why. Then Joy sees on the hospital's television that the serial killer has sent a photo of Lisa's murder. Then Joy thinks back in his mind that Lisa came to kill David 3 years ago, but Joy could not kill David because Joy got there and he saved Lisa. Then David ran away from there, and Joy ran after David, but Joy could not catch David. And a fire started because of Lisa's lit candle, and in that very fire, Lisa burned up and died. Then Joy leaves the hospital, and he goes to Lisa's grave. David is staying there, and Joy looks at David and thinks to himself, I saw this man in the clinic of Dr. Polly. And David says to Joy, you will always come here for this girl. I will have to accept your love. Joy says, stop this nonsense. Surrender yourself to me. David says, I will accept defeat easily. This is not possible. Joy says, but I am not going to shoot you here. David says, if you kill me, then your friend Polly will also die. And he shows Joy Polly's blood-stained card. Then Joy gives David his gun and says, now tell me, what have you done to Polly? And David says to Joy, come with me. And he takes him in his car and goes to Polly's house. But in the middle of the road, Joy calls Abby, and Abby asks her partner to check Joy's location. Then David says to Joy, we have been good friends since childhood. You are like my brother. You can't leave your job. Why do you spend so much time with Polly? Joy says, I like him. Why don't you surrender yourself to the police? David says, our relationship was very old, but Lisa came in the middle, and you forgot me. Then both get out of the car, and David takes Joy to a large building where the water tank is, and Polly is being kept there. And David has already placed many gas cylinders, and Polly is also tied up. Then David hits Joy on his head, and Joy becomes unconscious. Then the police force also arrives outside. Then David sits Joy on the chair and says, so finally you called the police. You did not do that right. And he picks up Polly, and he starts dancing with Polly. Then Joy says, leave him alone. Do not force women. Then David shoots Joy in the feet and says, there is no lack of girls in Chicago. Joy says, she died all because of my mistake. David says, no, it was not a mistake. It was a mistake that you came between us. Why did you come between us? You knew that I love him. Joy says, look, did you come to Chicago to avenge that mistake? Leave all this behind. Forget it. I will show you the way to get out from here. You can go to another country. Go from here. David says, why are you telling me to go from here? Then David hits Polly on the neck with a wire. Then Joy says to David, thank you. And David leaves Polly, goes to Joy and says, say that again. Joy says, thank you. And he stabs David in the neck. And David falls to the ground. Then all the candles also fall down, and a fire starts. And David gets up and points a gun at Joy. But Joy pulls out a gun from the top and he shoots David. And David falls down once more. Then, outside, the police try to open that door. But the door will not open. And this is the exact same scene that we saw in the beginning of the movie. And Joy picks up Polly and he takes him to the side. Then there is a timer on the gas cylinder. And when that timer gets to the warning, there is a blast. And outside the police also die in that same blast. Then Joy and Polly jump into the water from the window. And behind them David also jumps into the water from the window. After that, the police take Polly out of the water. And Joy goes over to see David. Then David's face was completely burned. Joy tells the police to pick up the body. Then they also take out David. And in this very way the chapter of the serial killer finally ends. And David dies forever. And with this the movie ends.